Have you ever wondered what happens when dreams of grandeur hit the rock of harsh reality? In Istanbul, behind the lights, the glamour, and the cameras, there's a completely different war raging. A war not fought with swords. It's a war of numbers, ratings, and critics' reports. Today, we're not just reviewing your favorite series, we're dissecting the body of Turkish drama, which has begun to groan from repetition and boredom, from the outbursts of star Çağatay Ulusoy behind the scenes, to the gunfire in underground alleys, and all the way to survival struggles amidst mountain snow. Get ready, because what I'll reveal to you today will completely change your perspective on what you see on screen. Is betrayal always the fate of heroes? Or does the hero create his own betrayal with his own hands? Let's dive together into this world full of secrets. Our journey begins in the heart of the storm, and the name being whispered is Çağatay Ulusoy. This star, who's used to always being number one, found himself in a direct confrontation with the writers of his series, Ashraf's Dream. The leaks that came out aren't just rumors. It's a case of artistic rebellion. Çağatay sees his series, which started like a dramatic earthquake, slowly turning into a stagnant pool of water and repetitive love stories. He snapped at everyone and asked them, "Where's the action? Where's the excitement we promised the people?" This anger didn't come from nowhere. The ratings don't lie, and the audience who loved the strong Ashraf doesn't want to see him drowning in tears and tasteless love. But will the writers manage to breathe life back into Ashraf's dream before it's cancelled and shelved in the archives? And while Çağatay was struggling to restore the luster of his series, the events of episode 35 were painting a heartbreaking human tragedy. Imagine Ashraf, the man who built his life on honor and strength, suddenly discovering that Nisan, the woman he opened his heart to and protected, is nothing more than an informant planted in his life. Can you imagine the pain? The atmosphere in the room grew heavy and words vanished. Nisan wasn't just a lover. She was his sanctuary. And when the sanctuary collapses, the person collapses with it. This shock wasn't just a disappointment. It was a moral death for a hero who thought he was invincible. And despite all this pain, Ashraf refused to abandon his principles. And despite the betrayal, he found himself acting with the chivalry of heroes to protect her. Nisan screams, trying to justify the unjustifiable, swearing that her feelings were real. But do words have any value if they're built on lies? "I'll protect you, but I won't forgive you." That was his state as he saw the police surrounding the place. And here, we've reached a turning point. Ashraf stands before his fate, and the police are asking him to surrender, but he chooses a shocking cinematic exit. He raises his empty weapon at them, not to kill, but to commit suicide by the bullets of the law. The moment that soldier pulled the trigger, it wasn't just a bullet entering Ashraf's body. It was a cry of protest against a world that won't leave anyone in peace. Ashraf falls, his blood spilling out. And while he's being rushed to the hospital, Nisan begins her own journey into hell. Guilt won't leave her alone, and her fear for him drove her to do what no one else would dare. She went to the public prosecutor not to defend herself, no, but to bring the whole temple down on everyone's heads. She confessed to everything. She exposed Shardim's secrets and turned herself into justice to atone for her sins. Will this sacrifice be enough to earn her Ashraf's forgiveness? Or is the bullet in his body far less painful than the dagger in his soul? And while Ashraf is fighting for his life, figures who know no mercy emerge from the shadows. Gaddar tries to seize the moment, while Yashar spins his web like a spider, searching for any crack in the fortress. The new order that Yashar wants to build has absolutely no place for the weak, and he knows that toppling the fortress from within is much easier than a head-on confrontation. Will Gaddar be the weak link that brings down Ashraf's entire empire? Or are true heroes born anew inside the operating rooms? From Ashraf's pain, we move to another corner of the city, where the law of the underground rules. Here, bullets never miss, and loyalty to the family is the only religion that matters. Episode 6 of Under the Ground was a slap in the face to all traditional drama. Pasha being hit by a bullet in his chest was no mere accident. It was an official declaration of an all-out street war. At the hospital, Bozo appears with a coldness that's truly nerve-wracking. And this coldness isn't just cruelty, it's the calm before the coming storm. Jilan tries to reunite the family, but the past refuses to stay buried. Sultan has started digging up old graves, reopening the file on Haydar Ali's former lover. Why now? And what is she trying to achieve? Jealousy has begun to gnaw away at the family's unity. And in the streets, the fire of revenge has begun to consume everything in its path. Haydar Ali knows Pasha wasn't alone, and that a hidden hand pushed him toward his death. The search for the truth has led him all the way to Tuzla. And there, amidst the heavy gunfire, the masks finally fall. Derman's recklessness almost lost everything, but it opened the door to an inevitable clash with Yavuz. Will Bozo and his family be able to withstand this sea of blood? Or will the underground swallow them all, leaving the bullets behind? We head to the deadly silence of the mountains in the series. This sea will overflow. Episode 20 was not just another episode. It was a true epic of survival. Eleni and Fadime, trapped in the snow and cold, truly embodied the meaning of suffering. In moments like these, when death draws near, all differences simply dissolve away. Adel, the man everyone thought had a heart of stone, finds himself hand in hand with Oruç and Iso. The ordeal made rivalries seem trivial in the face of death's majesty. But will this serenity last? And in Fortuna Palace, another storm was brewing on a low flame. Ismi finally decided to detonate the bombshell she's been carrying. The secret she told Gezib is an earthquake that'll destroy the family's history and change its future. Sharif and Zarifa tampering with the truck's brakes was a dirty move, but they didn't know Ismi has a weapon stronger than any weapon. She has the truth. The truth that will turn the palace into a settling of scores. No one will survive it. Will Fadima be the next victim? Or is she the key to saving what's left? And among all these secrets, we reach the Far City. The city that's starting to lose its luster despite topping the ratings. But the audience is getting bored and saying enough repetition. Episode 52 was the straw that broke the camel's back. Dinaz's disappearance was dramatically overdone to the last breath. And Jahan and Alia are going around in circles. The audience on X wasn't merciful, and the comments were harsh. We've been seeing the same scene for 10 episodes. Why is the director insistent on highlighting Boran in every shot? And has Alia become just a character for crying and wailing? Alia is following a mysterious thread. A phone call promising she'll see her son, and its end is a dark tunnel. Jahan is trying to catch her, but Sadakat Hanim has other plans. As the matriarch, she decided to take the ultimate step, exile her son to protect him. And in court, the drama reached its peak. Alia asks Sadakat to confess her son is a killer to get custody of Dinaz. Imagine the conflict. A mother asking another mother to destroy her son to save her grandson. A devilish bargain that makes us ask, are there limits to what a mother would do? Boran sets his terms, and the audience has their hands on their hearts, afraid the series will end without answers to cool the fire. What we see today in Turkish drama is a struggle between art and commerce. Cagatay Ulusoy's upset is a mirror of a creator's desire to escape the boredom trap. Today's audience is aware, and not just any love story will satisfy them. There must be excitement and logic. Ashraf's dream faces two paths: return to action or drown in boring romance. Conversely, shows like Underground steal the spotlight with their boldness, saying survival is for the creative, not the oldest. Next week is full of surprises. Will Ashraf wake up to find Nisan behind bars? Will Haydar Ali avenge Pasha and burn Tuzla? And what fate awaits the Fortuna family after Ismi's secret came out? Most importantly, will the Far City wake up from its coma of repetition? We'll stay here, monitoring, analyzing, and bringing you the truth as it is, away from production companies' embellishments. Drama is not just entertainment. It's a mirror for us, for our fear of betrayal and our desire for justice. The heroes in our stories are not angels. They make mistakes, they get hurt, and they even betray. And that's what keeps us in front of the screens, looking for a piece of ourselves in these broken heroes. If you've made it this far with me, then you're definitely true drama lovers. Tell me in the comments, if you were in Ashraf's place, would you have protected Nisan after learning of her betrayal? And do you think Cagatay Ulusoy's anger is justified, or is he meddling in what doesn't concern him? Share your opinions with us, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because the next video has exclusive leaks and big changes behind the scenes of these series. Stay with us, the story isn't over yet, and the surprises are still behind the curtain.